Welcome to Frederick County Public Schools Virtual Art Show. We hope you enjoy these creations by art students from each of Frederick County's elementary, middle, and high schools. Fifth grade artist Eli Willison rendered this piece entitled The Mask. Before working on this piece, Eli researched how the concept of balance and how it was used to create works such as totem poles and tiki masks. He combined lines, shapes, and colors in order to establish balance in his design. Eli is an all-star at Armel Elementary School. Alexandra Collins, a 7th grader at Admiral Byrd Middle School, was challenged to create this multi-paneled transformation series. The creation, titled Bishop to Penguin 4, moves the viewer's eyes throughout the unified pieces as the shapes shift gradually. Blended oil pastels provide dimension and realism to this dreamlike work. Art 1 student Montana Bates completed this enlarged and fractured drawing of a kid's bicycle as part of a study of the elements and principles of design, along with the study of value and color. Montana emphasized the different shapes found within the bicycle parts and highlighted those shapes with a darker value to make them stand out from the other colors. Montana also worked with a variety of color exercises to practice her shading technique with colors before completing this complex color pencil drawing of a bicycle. 3rd grade student George Karos created trees in the Kirby tradition. These are from the Kirby region of East Central Poland. They are single-colored, often black or red, and cut from a piece of paper that is folded once or several times, making the image symmetrical. It is then glued to a backing. Rosalind Barnhart created this queen bee with an interesting hairstyle. The striking beehive hairdo has worker bees to help keep her looking well every day. Rosalind also added a lovely furry collar mixed with colored pencils. Rosalind is an 8th grade student at Frederick County Middle School. Senior Ren Greiner used oil paint to depict this colorful still life in her Art 4 class at Millbrook High School. The focus was on creating depth with color while creating a smooth blend of color, much like the artist of the Renaissance time period. Third grader Alex Moran Gomez learned about artist Jen Aranye and created a piece based off of her work. First, he completed the mountain and camping scene using pen and ink. Then he experimented with liquid watercolors and salt to create the texture that is seen in the sky. Alex Moran Gomez is in 3rd grade at Bass Hoover Elementary School. Sophia Roof was introduced to the elements of art. After studying each piece, she drew each object as an example. Sophia is a 6th grade student at James Wood Middle School. Corinne Kirk, a junior at Sharando High School, wanted to expand her artistic portfolio with completing an oil painting that focused both on architecture and portraiture. She was successful in tying the two together compositionally in an interesting way. Her use of color, light, and shadow emphasizes the subject in the foreground, while her use of neutral tones really provides an elegance in the background. Andrew Joyner, a 1st grade student at Evendale Elementary School, created this tiger after reading Who is the Beast by Keith Baker. He observed how the illustrator drew and colored the tiger and how they showed expressions on the tiger's face. To make this work of art, Andrew experimented with watercolors, crayon resist, and creating book illustrations. Tessa Page used folded squares of colored paper to create this image. Art 2 students studied radial symmetry and created designs based off of a section that they rotated around a central axis. Tessa is an 8th grade student at Robert E. Ayler Middle School. Art 4 student Zoe Sine completed this charcoal drawing as part of an advanced study of value using charcoal and white color pencil on a light brown paper. Zoe emphasized the overall shape of the figure by her careful placement of the white pencil in relation to the overall charcoal value within the drawing. Zoe completed numerous value exercises before starting on this complex charcoal and white pencil drawing. Grace Crouch, a 4th grader at Gainsborough Elementary School, learned all about Japanese sumi, or ink paintings. First, she lightly penciled in where she would like to put her bamboo. Then, using black tempera paint, she slowly added water to create washes of gray. She then painted one side darker to create the illusion of a shadow. Blinded by the Light is the title 7th grader Riley Shue gave to this high-energy portrait. Riley, a student at Admiral Byrd Middle School, worked several hours layering colored pencils to achieve shadows, dimension, and interesting highlights. This creation captures action and expression seen when a star is on stage. Kate Taylor, a sophomore at Millbrook High School, gave new life to old books. Her Art 3 class used a variety of book-altering projects using unwanted books. Kate's project is a combination of carving and assemblage. She cut the book pages and added images between the layers. All of the books were then painted and covered in spring flowers. She repeated her colors in both the books and blooms to create unity within the sculpture. Fourth grader Misha Resendez learned all about Pablo Picasso and the history of cubism to get inspired for this portrait. She used a combination of colored pencil and Sharpie, and used a variety of shape and line to depict motion in her piece. Misha is a student at Greenwood Mill Elementary School. Ayana Gomez created this work by drawing several objects together. She then colored in each area with chalk pastels. Ayana is a 7th grade student at Frederick County Middle School. In this image, created by Sharando senior Emma Clark in Art 2, Emma incorporated shading and shadows to show dimensions within the pipes. Emma added color to 3 small animals using pen and watercolor paint, creating depth to the overall composition. Third grade student Jillian McDonald studied the style of artist Romero Brito. She drew an apple, then created patterns and motifs within the sections of her apple. Jillian painted her work using bright colors like artist Brito. Jillian is a student at Indian Hollow Elementary School. Through two-point perspective, 7th grade student Caroline Ludwig created an out-of-this-world piece. Caroline drew 3 buildings creating a space station and the use of value for atmospheric perspective. Caroline is a student at James Wood Middle School. Junior Jack Stover creates a sense of loneliness in this acrylic painting by using a monotoned color palette. With the addition of a knife technique, he beautifully captures the look of waves engulfing the subject. The title, "Let It Rush Over Me," seems so fitting as the viewer feels the solemn quiet of the waves. Fifth grader Juliana Ramirez learned all about tints and shades. She experimented with color mixing by adding different amounts of white and black to create a variety of yellows. After painting, she used a Sharpie to outline her design and add details. Juliana is a student at Jordan Springs Elementary School. Art 2 students at Robert E. Ayler Middle School learned about the history of pixel art and how it relates to the creation of video games. Students were instructed to find a simple image of their choice and turn it into pixelated art using markers and varying grids. Emma Russell, an 8th grade student, created this piece. In this artwork, Millbrook High School freshman Emily Argueta Vigil used various magazines cut or ripped to create the image of a woman's face. She paid close attention to the values of the colors chosen from the magazines and layered them on the face to create the illusion of form. Her piece not only shows an excellent understanding of value and shape, but also depicts strong emotion. Second grader Bailey Carper Bly learned all about warm and cool colors as well as texture. She experimented by using different painting techniques and used unconventional tools to create texture. After she painted the sky and trees, she used chalk to create colorful shadows. Bailey is a student at Middletown Elementary School. This expressionism drawing was created by Peyton Baldwin. Peyton is a 6th grade student at Admiral Richard E. Byrd Middle School. She used bright colors to draw the viewer's attention to the things that interest her. She used a value scale on the rugby ball, pencil, paint palette, and the slime. Sharando High School senior Cadence Gunbari created this painting titled Procrastination for an altered portrait assignment in her AP Studio art class. The artist wanted to express her struggles with procrastination by portraying different faces of herself. Oil paint was used to create blended skin tones and a soft look to the painting. Fourth grader Viola Sadek and her classmates learned about the significance of the weaving craft throughout different cultures around the world. She applied her new knowledge of the weaving loom and process to create a woven pouch. She created unity in her functional piece by creating a repeating pattern and choosing colors for the felt and the button that fit with her design. McKenna Kearns, a student from Jameswood High School, uses a dense saturation with colored pencil to achieve a candy-like character who stares at the viewer with a playful gaze. The hair inspiration came from candy cane production and how long chunky strands are formed and then cut into a beloved holiday treat. Her gel pen highlights accentuate the shine of the glossy sweetness. First grade artist Mariam Ali painted this colorful fruit bowl using only red, yellow, and blue. She learned about the primary colors and how to mix them to make new colors. She then added a view through a window to complete her still life. Miriam is a student at Redbud Run Elementary School. An 8th grader in gifted art at Jameswood Middle, Kat Shoup created this wonderfully detailed ceramic box. Each side represents a different part of the world: Italy, Germany, Japan, and Egypt, while the lid has a small globe and each country's flag. Kat used additive and subtractive techniques to add details to the slab-built box. Carefully applied glazes of blended colors were used to finish the box. This artwork, created by Millbrook High School freshman Leslie Zelia, is an outstanding example of using graphite to create value. After choosing her subject matter, Leslie used drawing pencils to bring out the dark, medium, and light values in her image. The contrast created in the waves of the hair and features of the face makes this piece stand out. Second grader Aurora Anderson created this observational drawing of a monarch butterfly. She used a variety of directional lines. She also experimented with chalk pastels using warm and cool colors. Aurora is a student at Stonewall Elementary School. At Robert E. Ayler Middle School, 6th grade students studied gesture drawings. They chose their favorite pose and drew a subject. Evelyn Settle then chose colors to radiate outward from this figure, adding to the illusion of motion. Sharando High School freshman Adeline Bosworth created this piece titled Still Life during their Art 2 class. Adeline observed and lightly sketched out the still life that was set up during class. Using black and white charcoal pencils, they created different values on pastel paper to make the piece come to life. Frederick County Public Schools celebrates the arts throughout the year with a variety of art shows, concerts, and dramatic performances. Please join us in supporting our students in all their artistic endeavors.